أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to today's class. Thank you for joining me on time. Jazakumullah for preparing for your class. I would kindly ask you to check your student ID and teacher's ID and room number, so that that ITQA office can ensure that when we do go to the breakout room, we go to the right one. So do check that. And thank you again, super students and terrific teachers. You're a wonderful lot that you've come on time, and this shows that inshallah, hopefully inshallah, you will progress. Okay. So so we should always start with dua, Rabbi zidni ilma. So we are now in, as you can see at the top of the screen, we are week 11. And this lesson is about Meem Sakina. And we know what Meem Sakina is because it's a Meem with a Sakin placed over it. Okay. So this is the rule of Meem Sakina. And I'm going to ask you lovely students to make a note of what you can see on the screen. And I'm going to ask a student to join me. So we're going to start with the quote of the day that we can see at the top of the screen. And I'm going to ask, who shall I ask? Who's put their hand up? Right, so we've got a few students today. Rai Haris, Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, Salam.
How are you, beta?
How are you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Thank you for asking. Would you be kind enough to read out the quote at the top of the page?
Recite the Quran through the hours of the night and day. Hadith.
Yes, hadith. And this is Imam Bayhaqi. Okay. And the book is volume 2 and the page is 350. And this Imam is one of, there are a few, but Imam Bayhaqi also collated some hadiths for us. So this is the hadith at the top of the page that you've just read. Okay, so can I ask you to read the next part?
The sound of Meem Sakina can be read in 3 ways, depending on the letter that follows it. 3 rules are called Shafawi, Labial, because
Beta, that is, you very rightly said Shafawi, but this is labial, yeah?
Labial.
Okay, just like, yeah.
Because Shafatan means lips.
Shafatan. Because Shafatan means lips, yeah? Shafatan.
From where the sound of Meem is produced.
Well done, well done. Okay, so the rules are called Shafawi, labial, and because of Shafatan means lips, okay? Because Shafatan means your lips, yeah? And that's where the sound is produced. That's where the sounds leaves, yeah? Okay, so that's lovely. So I'm going to ask you to come back, Raya Harris. Lovely hearing your voice today. Jazakumullah for joining me. I will ask Adila to read the next one. Adila, assalamu alaikum, beta.
Walaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Beta, can you read the point number 1 at the top of the screen? Everybody else that's on mute, please read this out every day and write notes, make as many notes as possible, and make sure that you learn this by heart, learn it by memory. Okay, Adila? Please.
If the letter Meem follows a Meem Sakina, then Idgham Shafawi, merging or blending, takes place. The second Meem Mushaddad produces a strong Gunna, 2 counts.
Okay, that was a bit of a challenge. So the second Meem Mushaddad, even I had to think about it, because the second Meem Mushaddad produces a strong Gunna, 2 seconds. So we can see the example. And would you be kind enough to read the example, Beta Adila?
Okay. في قلوبهم مرض.
Yeah, and the next one?
If the letter ba follows a meme sakina, then ikhfa shafwi, hiding occurs. This results in a light gunna, 2 counts.
Okay, so here we're saying that if the letter ba is followed after the meme sakina, then the ikhfa shafwi, hiding occurs, meaning the hiding sound occurs. This results in a light gunna of 2 seconds. Let's do the example then, please, Adila Bata.
وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ.
Very nicely read. وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. So there's a slight sound, yeah? Okay, third one.
When meme sakina is followed by any other letter of the remaining 26, then it is read as high shafwi, clearly. Do not do gunna, but jump off it immediately.
Very good. So can we do the example as well?
أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا.
Yeah. So أَأَنذَرْتَهُمْ أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِرْهُمْ لَا. Okay. So here there أَأَنذَر and then أَمْ لَمْ تُنذِر. Yeah. Make that soft, otherwise you read this very nicely. Jazakumullah, Adila. Thank you for joining us, Rai Haris and Adila. You read out the points very nicely and very clearly. And everybody at home, can you make sure that you remember these by heart, because these are important points, and this is preparation for your next exam. So Jazakumullah, and I will ask Adila to join me again sometime. Okay, so we are going to prepare for Tilawat soon. So be ensure that you all prepare for your classes by arriving on time with your heads covered. You should be in wudu. You should prepare by doing wudu on time. By 5:40, you should be doing this. You should be using a laptop. You should not be using a phone. You can use an iPad if you like. Your hands, nails, teeth, clothes should be clean when you come and read Quran Majid. And you should ensure that you're attentive in class. Do not eat and drink whilst you're in the classes. You can have a sip of water if you like, and make sure that you have a pen and pencil handy, making notes, and you read out loud, and you sit in a quiet place. Please do not sit in a noisy place when you have to unmute. Everybody can hear you, the noise in your background, and they can't hear you when you read, and it's not fair on you. So tell everybody at home, I'm joining classes, so please be quiet. Okay? All right. So I'm going to pass you on to our MCL, who's going to take over from here. Assalamu alaikum for me. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum. ACL, can you hear me?
Walaikum assalam. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, excellent. Jazakumullah Shakil for that. Okay, I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, now we can see. All clear now.
Excellent. Oh, I hope it's not my slow internet.
No, it's fine.
Okay, Jazakumullah for that. Okay, so we'll begin with the recitation of the Holy Quran, and it's the Hifz Surah of the week, which is your Surah Al-Baqarah verses 1 to 8. If you haven't memorized it, because we have done this before, then now is your chance to memorize it and remember the rules. We have underlined your thick sounding letters, and you're going to spot 3 things here today. Firstly, you're going to listen to the ikhfa of Nun Sakin and Tanween, which I've underlined in blue, and your red ones are your tafkhim letters, some of them. And then today I want you to spot your Meem Sakin, because we'll be covering these rules today. So if I can ask Farah Nasiruddin Sahiba to do tilawat for us today, please.
Yes, Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, so Farah Sahiba, you recite and then you take a pause, and the students will recite after you at home while on mute.
Okay, right.
Okay, and Jazakumullah, start when you're ready, please.
Okay, all right. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الله الرحمن الرحيم ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب ويقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم. جزاك الله.
Jazakumullah. We'll listen to your lovely voice again at the end of the lesson when you read dua for us. So students, I hope you were listening carefully and you are now applying the rule of ikhfa, because why I've underlined this week is this is one of the rule of our Noon Sakin and the mean which we have done. Oh, my internet is, I think, it's slightly slow. Oh, yeah. It's the more we can apply ikhfa, okay? So it's the more, and I always say this, that for at least twice on one page, you'll get ikhfa. And yet, because we don't need to memorize the 15 letters of ikhfa, most of our students, when they learn this rule, they don't apply it. So you know what to do for ikhfa. You hide your Noon Sakin sound, right? And you do light gunna, but you don't recognize for which letters, and that takes your practice, meaning you need to read the Holy Quran at home. Your QRS is very important for that. So when we covered last week, in week 5, Noon Sakin rules, we said to you, you spot your Noon Sakin first, okay? So the technique was, you spot your Noon Sakin first, or a Munawwan letter, because Munawwan letter also makes the N sound, right? And then you look at the letter that comes after Noon Sakin. Here it is Fa, okay? Now we're going to do very similar thing for Meem Sakin today, okay? So that's why we recapped yesterday your Noon Sakin rules, because we are hoping that you have done your rules, and now we can move on to another Sakin letter, the rules of that, and that is our Meem. Okay, and that's why I've underlined these. Now you need to get used to spotting your Meem Sakina. Okay, so let's have a look at today's rule then. Today's rules are known as Shafawi rules. Okay, Shafa means lips, and these are rules for Meem Sakina. Why Shafawi rules? Because Meem is a lip letter. So let's have a look. Meem Sakina is Meem bearing the sign of Sukun like this. Okay, this one. And there are 3 ways of pronouncing Meem Sakina. Just like there are 4 ways of pronouncing Noon Sakin and Taneen, there are 3 ways of pronouncing Meem Sakina, okay? And we say 3 ways, and then they're actually the 3 rules of Meem Sakina. And like I said, they are known as Shafawi rules because Meem is a lip letter. When I say it's a lip letter, what I mean is that the sound is produced from the lips. If you say Meem out loud, Meem, you will notice that you're using your lips to produce this sound. It's not coming from your throat. It's not like ha. It's Meem. Say Meem. Practice at home. Then you'll know that when you produce the sound from your lips, and when you end it, it also ends with Meem. Your lips being together, right? So there are 3 ways of pronouncing the Meem Sakina. But how do we decide which rule to apply? Same way as we did for Noon Sakin, we look at the letter that comes after Meem Sakina. Okay, so very nice and easy because there are not that many letters involved in today's rule. Okay, so the terminology, we also had a quick look at the terminology which we have learned, so breakout rooms, right? And you already know what idgham means, right? Raise your hands if you know what idgham means. It's right on the screen for you as well on the slide. Okay, excellent. 28 of you know. So here it is. Idgham means merging or assimilation. Okay, we did the assimilation or merging of the end sound in week 5. I do apologize. My the cursor is very slow for some reason. I'll try not to annotate today. Okay, so we've learned already that idgham means merging, and in terms of the Tajweez rules, we said merging of a sound. Okay, and I also say to our students that when you think of idgham for Noon Sakin, for example, merging will take place, and your clue is the sign shadda on the next letter. I want you to remember everything we taught you about Noon Sakin, because that's going to help you to learn these rules and make these rules very easy for you. Okay, so when Meem Sakina is followed by a mutharik Meem, we do strong gunna. So here it is. Here is my Meem Sakina. And the next letter is Meem Mushaddad. Okay, it is the mutharik letter, isn't it? Because you have them on it. And this is known as idgham shafwi. What's happening is we are merging the sound of this Meem Sakina into the next one. And as a result, we do a strong gunna. Now then, even if you didn't know that we are doing idgham shafwi or idgham of Meem Sakin, if I ask Nazirah level 1 student to read this for me, let's ask you now, apply your NL1 rule and read this for me. Raise your hands if you like to read this for me. So I would really like my C5 students and C6 and especially C8 Lajna, आप उर्दू में भी बात कर सकती है मेरे से. But C4, mashallah, our young students are very keen to take part. So I'm sending a request to you.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Humda from room 10. Room 10 teacher must be very happy because her students raise their hands, don't they, all the time, mashallah. Okay, but can you read this word for me, these 2 words?
Ilaykam mursalun.
Jazakumullah, very nicely done. Now then, if you didn't know anything about idgham shafwi, you know, what do we know better about Meem Mushaddad from Nazirah level 1? what did we say Meem Mushaddad was? But do you know, I hope you can read this. Do you know what we call Meem Mushaddad? I've written it down for you here.
Gunna.
Gunna. It's a gunna letter, isn't it? When Meem is Mushaddad, we do gunna. And we've learned that in Nazirah level 1. So today's lesson is nothing new for you. Okay, the only thing, so we can't hear the background noise. Oh, my cursor is not doing anything at the moment. Okay, so today's rule is idgham shafwi. It means that when Meem sakina is followed by Meem mushaddad, we do strong gunna. We do idgham, which is merging. You would have read this as Humda did. The correct way, you would have done gunna here because you know you're from Nazirah level 1 that Meem mushaddad is our gunna letter, right? And you could have guessed that some kind of idgham is taking place, not of Noon Sakin here because the letter is not Noon. But remember we said when the next letter begins with the shadda, we know that idgham is taking place. But now you know that the real name, the actual name of this rule, of this is idgham shafwi. Okay, so today's rule, in pronunciation wise, it's not new to you. But we've given you the name of this merging, of this gunna that you do. So you're going to say ilaykum mursalun. Instead of saying ilaykum, instead of saying ilaykum mursalun, you're going to do gunna, strong one, because the mushaddad letter means there is a double letter, right? So that's why we say strong gunna for mushaddad letters. Okay, dokie. So let's see what we can find on your Talimul-Qur'an. Okay. So the first rule of the 3 rules is on, let's see, did we not give you the page number? Oh, I do apologize, I'll find out for you. So if you look at Talimul-Qur'an, it says rules of Meem Sakin, idgham shafwi, Meem Sakin ka Meem mutharik mein 2 second gunna ke saath kamil idgham ko idgham shafwi kehte hain. So this is for the benefit of my Lajna students, and I'm hoping that next time they will read the Urdu for me, right? So complete assimilation of Meem Sakin into Meem Mutharik. This is Meem Sakin, this is Meem Mutharik. For the duration of 2 counts is called idgham shafwi assimilation because it involves lips. Okay, shafa means lips. Mrs. Shakil, can you hear me okay? Yes, you are. Jazakumullah. It's just that I got a message that my internet is not very good at the moment. I do apologize. All right then. Okay. So I would like a student, now we really need to go into our breakout rooms, but I would like at least one of you to read these out for me so you get a really good practice today of today's rule. Where are the participants? Where is it? Okay, raise your hands if you would like to read these words for me.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Zara from room 5.
Ji.
Ji, beta, can you read these words for us? Try to do your
Okay.
gunna here for 2 counts, please.
Okay. Lakum man. Lakum ma. Lahum.
Excellent.
Kulu bihim ma.
Super, Jazakumullah. So this one I didn't hear as much gunna for 2 counts. Okay, so that's what we mean when you have Meem. So this week you're going to look at your Meem Sakin first, and if the letter after is your Meem Mutharik or Mushaddad, you're going to do strong gunna. You would have done that because you know Meem Mushaddad is your gunna letter, but now you know the correct name of it. What's happening is idgham shafwi is taking place, or idgham of Meem Sakin is taking place. Okay, so that's your, and you're going to try to spot your idgham shafwi. Okay, and tell your teacher that you've spotted it. Okay, let's go into our breakout rooms and come back for the prayer. So if you can go to our breakout rooms, please. Jazakumullah.